Okay. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. It's a very wonderful Sanskrit word, which means the world is one family. I compliment the organizers, Rotaract Club of Mahou community, for this great project which they have organized. I begin with a short prayer with your permission. O Lord, like the tree yearns for sunlight, guide us, the attendees of this webinar, to yearn for the light of knowledge. I pay my regards to the District Governor of District 3040, Rotarian Colonel Mahendra Mishra ji, and thank the organizers for having invited me. Especially, I'm impressed by the participating Rotaract clubs from Brazil, Egypt, Kenya, Panama, Venezuela. Fantastic, fantastic. I'm so proud of you all. Such a kaleidoscope of different cultural backgrounds, different civilizations that you're coming from, and you're going to be meeting us today, and we are very much looking forward to it. Warm greetings to all of you. Then all Rotaractors and Rotarians, members of RID 3131 who have joined, honorary members of DEIS, my family guests, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining. The vision that Rotaract Club of Mahou community gave me when they invited me was to unite different Rotaract clubs through online cultural exchange programs. This is such a noble vision to have, and I compliment you, Rotaract Club of Mahou community, for that. You know what your vision reminded me of? It reminded me of my visit to the Rotary Peace Center in January 2019, where I met 22 students from all the 5 continents who had come as Rotary Peace Fellows. Incidentally, Dr. Milind Pandey was also an earlier Rotary Peace Fellow. He has been gracious enough to join us today. He is the Pro-Vice Chancellor of MIT World Peace University. So, since they were joining the course for the first day and were from non-Rotarian backgrounds, the only thing which I could share with them was their culture. Like you are going to share your cultural backgrounds today. And then I found that each continent had some different philosophies. And they have been living on these wonderful, noble philosophies for the last several millennia. But in the last 1 century, there is an organization that grew up in the world, which puts as if 7 lenses of focus, which you can see over here enumerated. And through these 7 lenses of focus, it brought the entire world civilization onto one platform of thinking process. You have guessed right, that organization is yours and mine, Rotary and Rotaract. So first of all the best wishes for being part of such a great organization. How to make Rotaract projects, future Rotaract projects successful was the other issue that I was asked to address. Well, my first answer to you on this is a very pithy one, which says a well-engaged youth is a healthy condition for peace in society. A well-engaged youth is a healthy condition for peace in society. And how do we get a well-engaged youth? 2 important focus I would like to present. One is make sure that in priority 1 you are focusing on your own academic and professional pursuits. Never neglect them. Because if you are safe and you are sound, then you can serve the society and make the society also safe, sound and peaceful. Then self-development, one of them is through Rotaract, like we are assembled today. Today's cultural presentations of the different Rotaract clubs is an exciting step in this direction. I would like to comment that what you all are Rotaractors are doing today is amounting to what is called as an international track to diplomacy. For that, I must first tell you what is track 1. Track 1 is the mediation and dialogue by governments to have relationship with other countries. Track 2 is what you are doing, for example, through this cultural exchange. And also there are other means like training, empowerment, socio-economic services, people-to-people connects, which is a track 2 diplomacy which improves international understanding and peace. The Mahou community's dream is to join in more Rotaract clubs with similar programs and evolve into an international conference. and they asked me to share some of my experience. So as was mentioned, when I was the president, this International Understanding and Peace Symposium was held with the cooperation of MIT World Peace University, whose Dr. Pandey is present with us today. About 32 experts and 700 delegates had joined. So I have that strong experience with me. Then we had held an International Service and Peace webinar in June 2020, which was on online Zoom. It was addressed by the past district governor of this district of RID 3040 of Madhya Pradesh, of which Mau is a part. Other districts who attended included RID 3292 Nepal and Bhutan, 3070 and etc. A good spin-off was that this led into Indo-Nepal Global Run projects and other projects with each other later. We also had a enterprise education webinar series in July 2020 to October 2020 it should be. The valedictory of which was given by RI President Shekhar Mehta. Again, participants from 3131, 3292, 3040 and 3070. And as was mentioned, the preliminary business plan competition of this particular enterprise education webinars was won by none other than Rotaract Club of Mahu community. Kudos to them once again. So how to make RAC Mahu community project of international conference successful? The objectives of which are to contribute and provide solutions to the humanitarian crisis such as COVID pandemic, world hunger, refugee crisis, world health problems. Well, I would like to just share some of my learning points. That if you are having a physical conference, please note that it requires a lead time of at least 1 to 2 years. You can't do it overnight. There's a lot of cost involved of international travel, hotel stays, venue, local logistics, and of course social media. High funding is required, but if your vision is strong and your purpose is truthful and clear, nothing is a limitation. All resources of the world will flow to you, including the funding. The second option is to have it online. This requires a lesser lead time of 6 months to a year. Most of the costs which are there in the physical means are minimized or removed. And you can use the platform of Zoom, that should suffice. But if you want to have a very high profile international conference, then some agencies like Frames could be examined. The funding for this is a bit lower. Now, to what extent your objectives would be met? RAC community, that is the question you have asked me. Realistically speaking, it is unlikely that through a conference you will get a magic wand to solve the problems. It's very unlikely. But what you will definitely get is sensitized Rotaractors. Yes, you will get sensitized Rotaractors who will be the biggest resource you will give to the world. These Rotaractors, when they take up positions of responsibility in the society, will lend their shoulders to solving the same problems which you have cited to a great extent. Only yesterday in another Zoom meeting, I met a Rotary Peace Fellow who has now become a part of the Department of Defense of Norway. And she said that one of her jobs is to make sure that Norway never goes to war. You know, she is maintaining peace in Europe through that approach because she's a Rotary Peace Fellow. So this is what you will turn out if you have this conference. I would like to repeat that a well-engaged youth is a healthy condition for peace in society. But in order to help you in your journey to be a well-engaged youth, I would like to humbly offer certain tools and thought gifts which are based on thoughts. The first gift which I would like to offer is my own NGO's Development Education International Society, DIS's enterprise education programs, the vision of which is to provide an opportunity for every school-going child or college youth to develop an enterprising mindset, so that he or she can either be an entrepreneur in whatever employment she is undergoing or an entrepreneur on her own. For this, I will invite you to visit this website, web portal. Anybody in the world can access it. It is www.enterprise-education.in. It has got enterprise education lessons right from first standard to high school to college level. And I also conduct webinar series for this, if required. Another thought gift which I want to leave with you is that in India we are very much used to giving what are called mantras or chants. Mantras, if recited repeatedly, go into your inner consciousness, subconsciousness, and become a part of your life. So one mantra is Udatta Drushti Uttam Srishti. What is it? Udatta Drushti Uttam Srishti, which means sublimate your vision. Sublimate your vision and you will liberate creation. Sublimate your vision, you will liberate creation. Just repeat that in your mind and keep that in your heart. Because once you have a sublimated vision, all your creative forces within you will be liberated. The entire world's resources which are creative to meet that vision will be liberated. Rest assured, that is my promise to you. The second mantra which I want to give, but to illustrate that, I am showing here a picture of my school days. This is myself in school boxing event. See, when I was undergoing my coaching, my coach used to always tell me that, okay, you must have a strong footwork, strong fist work, and a strong defense. So that is the three mantras he had given me. Strong footwork, strong fist work, and strong defense. And I was practicing that. But when the fixtures came out that I was pitted against perhaps the seed number 1, well, I was something like seed number 10. And I was quite nervous when I was getting into the boxing ring. And my coach sensed this. Before I entered the ring, he tapped my shoulder and said, Pradeep, enter the ring with a strong mind. I found that strange because all these days he was telling me strong footwork, strong fist work, strong defense. And now he's saying strong mind. But that acted as a mantra. And then I went into the ring with a strong mind, and imagine I stepped up from the 10th seed to the first seed, faced the opponent and won that bout. So that is what I want to leave you with. Strong mind. You must be following the Olympics Tokyo. Those of India, we follow our teams very strongly. So PV Sindhu is doing very well in badminton. If you observe her, it is 40% is her skill of playing. 60% is her mind. 60%. If you look at her composure, the way she's playing. Even today's women's hockey, which was played today, India versus Republic of South RSA, South Africa. It was a pure mind game. If you looked at the players when they are playing, it was a mind game. So strong mind. But how do you define strong mind? And what do we mean by it? So let me for that quote a small example. Spider's web, you see, is woven by using the nature's spider silk which is within itself. And that small spider, which is hardly 5 or 6 millimeter in size, it weaves a web which is as much as sometimes 1 meter in diameter. Infinitely more than its own size. How does it do that? It has faith in nature's spider silk which is within it. It has faith in whatever inner provisions are with it, given by nature. Similarly, each one of us has got what are called nature's provision, which give us inner self-strengths. What are these strengths? There are various ways of defining the strength. I am just using one particular methodology of 7 types of descriptions of this inner self-strength. One is Jagruti, which in Indian language means sublimated thinking. This is one of the strengths which you have got inside. Remember that. Second is Nirgunta, which means mastery of virtues. You have the power to be a master of whatever is happening around you and your own inner virtues. Nirmalta, which means being purest of pure. Niragasta, which means having the authority of truth. If you are truthful in life, your innocence will make you strong. Your truth will make you strong. Fifth is Bairagi, which means like a mendicant, keep moving ahead. Never get fettered. Never let your feet get fettered by anything in life. Keep moving ahead. Keep finding new horizons. That is the fifth. Sixth is Prem, which is love. Your heart has to be full of love for your own family, for your own society, and for the nation, and for the world at large. And last is Prashant, immense peacefulness. These are the 7 strengths which are within you. Like the spider has got the spider silk, which is infinite. These 7 strengths are within you and in an infinite quantity. Infinite quantity. Remember that and have faith in that. So with that inner self, be strong in mind, like what my boxing coach told me, which helped me to go from the 10th seed to the first seed. This is my humble offering to you as a part of today's event. So maximize your own inner strengths is my humble gift. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm looking forward now to the wonderful cultural presentations which will be done by Brazil, Panama, Venezuela, Kenya, Egypt, and of course India. But I'll just leave with a small prayer. Success is yours. Success is yours. Step forth with courage, O child of Mother Earth. We are all children of Mother Earth.